Hello everyone, and welcome to my CBS Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Remy gives Electra Dylan dirt? On The Bold and the Beautiful, Electra Forrester made it abundantly evident that she would never, ever forgive Remy Price, her previous stalker. However, if Remy has some information about his kind and naive cousin Dylan, she might think about burying the hatchet. More significantly, is Dylan concealing something that might jeopardize her relationship with Will Spencer? On Bold and the Beautiful, Melissa Dylan's actual nature is beginning to emerge. Dylan stood up to Electra Forrester this week and said that, now that Will Spencer Jr. is back on the market, she would give him a chance. Dylan's audacity in pursuing her ex-boyfriend appalled Electra. She even made an attempt to persuade her to go out with RJ Forrester instead. However, Dylan has already made up her mind and made it apparent that she didn't give a damn about what people thought. Dylan has her sights set on the prize, and Will Spencer is fair game. According to Bold and Beautiful spoilers, Electra Forrester has vowed war on her assistant and won't think twice about using dirty tactics. No one can be with Will Spencer Jr. if Electra can't. When Electra discovered a few months earlier that Remy Price, her old stalker, was actually Dylan's cousin, she was taken aback. He is the only individual in Los Angeles with any knowledge of Dylan's family history. Will she try to find him and obtain information about his cousin who stole his boyfriend? Remy Price is pleading with Electra to pardon him. Due to the stalker incident, he lost his boyfriend and was placed on a blacklist in the community. Remy may eventually be accepted back by Deke Sharp if Electra endorses him. Do you believe Remy will turn on his cousin in order to win Electra back? More significantly, what could he disclose about Dylan? As Will battles for Electra, Lee warns Sheila. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Sheila Carter comes to Lee Finnegan in the hopes of finding support as she pursues her goal of getting back together with Finn and his family. Lee, however, is going to tell Sheila the harsh reality that she doesn't think it's necessary to mince words. Rather, she cautions Sheila that her unrelenting search for Steffi Forrester's family might have disastrous consequences. Lee makes it apparent that trust won't come easily after everything that has transpired, despite Sheila's insistence that she has changed. Steffi continues to consider the risks of allowing Sheila back into their lives because she is aware that doing so would be risky and reckless. Steffi is not persuaded, despite her husband Finn Finnegan's belief that Sheila, his biological mother, should be given another shot. Steffi worries that Sheila's growing desperation could put her family in danger once more, which is not a good thing. In another scene, Will Spencer attempts to defend himself to Electra following his unplanned meeting with Melissa Dylan. Will argues that his feelings for Electra Forrester are unaffected by what occurred with Dylan while he works to mend the damage. It's still unclear if Electra would forgive him, especially because Dylan's startling admission has already made things more difficult. Is Wyatt Spencer currently the best character on the show? According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, if there's one thing that viewers can agree upon at the moment, it's that one character in this made-up town of Los Angeles is on fire. We are undoubtedly discussing Wyatt Spencer because he appears to be a recent addition to the program. Even though Wyatt hasn't had a plot of his own or even appeared on the canvas in a long time, it appears like everyone is in agreement that they want him to stay. The problem is that nobody is sure if Darren Brooks, the actor who plays Wyatt on the soap opera, is willing to extend his contract or if he will only be there for a few episodes before leaving again. The internet undoubtedly had a lot to say about the issue. Some even wrote, "Just have to mention that Wyatt is a breath of fresh air during this time of subpar writing and unlikable characters. Funny, endearing, and visually pleasing. I haven't stopped watching because of him. I shipped him so hard with KM's Hope when he first came on the show," commented another show fan. "The writers have a tendency to wreck every fantastic marriage, so I had to quit cheering for any pairing. By just not mailing anyone, I spare myself the aggravation." Additionally, there was the remark, "He needs his own storyline." I'm concerned that they won't do what Darren, also known as Wyatt, did before to his departure from the program. Simply use him as a sounding board for his father or sibling. He has depth, charm, and wit in addition to being a fantastic actor. Electra's attack, Deke's unsettling find, and Steffi's startling response are all in store. Sheila Carter receives a response from Steffi Forrester Finnegan on today's episode. Deke Sharp discovers something unsettling in the meanwhile. Melissa Dillon declares her love for Will Spencer. Since meeting Will, the woman has had such feelings, but she hasn't acted upon them. That is, until Will was discarded by Electra Forrester. Dillon can't be contained for very long because he is a free spirit. Her voice is beginning to resemble Penelope Poppy Nozawa. Dillon and Will's relationship will never be acceptable to Electra. Dillon should not be in Will's bed, according to Electra, who claims that they were together for 2 years. Dillon glances away abruptly. Electra understands that it has already occurred. Dillon is forced by Electra to deny it. Dillon acknowledges that they simply dozed off on the couch, but it was completely harmless. All they did was make out. She is referred to by Electra as a fake and a traitor. Everything was prearranged. According to Electra, Dillon tricked a man who was grieving. Are you grieving? No one died, he had a breakup. In any event, Dillon gushes about being in love as Electra continues to rage. Dillon won't give in to pressure from others, she is living her own life. After assaulting Dillon, Electra storms out. Deke visits Will at the beach house. Deke can see how disorganized everything is. Deke doesn't think Will's suggestion to have a drink will be helpful. Will is beginning to slide, Deke says. Will talks candidly on losing Electra. Deke, who has experienced his own difficult breakups, can relate. Although Will adores Deke, he cautions against acting as a therapist. Oh no. Electra walks in and Deke leaves. Will begins to ramble until Electra confronts him with Dillon. Sheila is still pleading with Steffi at John Finnegan's office. The brunette will defend her children. Sheila claims to be able to defend them as well. Her life was torn apart by Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig. Everyone suffers when she is kept away from Finn. Steffi acknowledges that Taylor's actions were improper and values Sheila's empathy. Sheila is hoping that this will lead to friendship. Steffi declines. No is still the response. Taylor expresses her worries to Finn at the Cliff home. Since Sheila's divorce, nothing has changed. Finn speculates that his biological mother may have truly changed. Is Steffi aware of his feelings? They discuss if Sheila ought to be given another opportunity. According to Finn, his wife and children will always come first. Steffi returns home as Taylor leaves. Sheila has no place in their lives, Steffi yells right away. Dillon's confession backfires, Electra blows up, and Taylor questions Finn. According to Thursday, July 30th spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Taylor Hayes can no longer ignore the red flags. Taylor starts to worry that John Finnegan is gradually lowering his guard following Sheila Carter's heartfelt request to be included in his life. Taylor notices faint fissures in Finn's resolve despite his constant assurances to Steffi Forrester Finnegan that she and their kids come first. Taylor worries that Steffi's family may be in grave danger if Finn begins to think his birth mother has really changed, as Sheila persists in demanding another opportunity. Electra Forrester is shocked and incensed that her best friend could have deceived her when Melissa Dillon reveals her emotions for Will Spencer. According to previews, Dillon has chosen to fight for her boyfriend despite Electra's earlier warnings to avoid Will. Dillon feels that Will should have an opportunity to move on, and she wants to be the woman at his side after Electra broke up with him and informed him it was really over. As the fight over Will grows, the disclosure could break Electra and Dillon's friendship forever. Viewers of B&B will see that Sheila's fight for a role in her son Finn's life is far from ended, and each discussion seems to bolster her claims. Steffi may be torn between believing Finn and preparing for the likelihood that Sheila is manipulating everyone once more and that the pandemonium will soon resume as her mother Taylor's worries intensify. However, the consequences of Dillon's admission can force Electra to make a snap decision that alters several relationships. Watch to see what comes next. Liam's upcoming plot unveiled. Is it time for another significant Spencer reorganization? According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Liam Spencer would benefit from a fresh narrative and an opportunity for some compelling drama. What will happen to Liam next, and how might it affect the CBS soap opera? Liam has demonstrated that he is capable of becoming a loving husband. Some fans are demanding for changes because Liam's only activity these days is giving Hope Logan Spencer motivational speeches. Liam believed he was dying from a brain tumor the last time he had a major plot. Since Dr. Grace Buckingham needed to obtain a portion of the Spencer inheritance, that proved to be a fraud. Liam welcomed a new beginning with Hope and remarried her following his ordeal. Liam no longer has a true story of his own because he is always in devoted husband mode. Maybe in the not-too-distant future, it will bring something new and change that. With this massive ongoing conflict between Spencer and Forrester, there would undoubtedly be plenty easy ways to get into trouble. If Liam emulates Bill Spencer, he might exhibit more Spencer-like traits. It could be entertaining to watch Liam act dirty and become a little more evil alongside Bill. That might even cause disagreement with Hope and cause issues in their marriage. Hope and Liam might eventually resolve their differences, but they would benefit from a romantic challenge. Speaking of love difficulties, some viewers continue to hope that Hope and Wyatt Spencer's romance would blossom. Wyatt may someday present the possibility to sizzle with Annika Noel's version of Hope, as he has never had the chance. Liam might be impacted by the ensuing pandemonium of cheating, which would also provide Scott Clifton with fresh fodder. On the other hand, a family member might be included if the show want to maintain Liam and Hope's stability. A story about Hope's pregnancy would also entail a new tale for Liam, the father. In any event, Liam is currently essentially just Hope's cheerleader, so it will be interesting to watch what happens to him when he eventually breaks free from that stereotype. Dylan was unable to control her emotions in the design room. She is a creative person. Even if it was just to her alleged best friend, she had to express herself. Electra discovered that Dylan had harbored feelings for Will. When they moved in together, her sentiments intensified. All of a sudden, Electra was in a desperate position. She believed she had control over her separation from Will. But Will was free, Dylan reminded her. He was unmarried and eager to socialize. Even if it means he ends up dating her friend. Electra expressed her true feelings for her best friend during their furious argument. Dylan, she claimed, was creeping into the Los Angeles social scene. Electra claims that Dylan wanted to work as a teacher for wealthy families in order to become a part of her friend's lifestyle. Then she fell in love with Will, the first wealthy boy she encountered. That scene revealed more than just a friendship's weaknesses. Dylan and Electra were never best friends, as it turned out. Electra looks down on Dylan whenever she makes a mistake. Dylan ignores his previous friendship with her friend and goes for Will as soon as he is free. In the meantime, Will found himself torn between two ladies who had feelings for him. During his visit to the beach house, Deke was the one who revealed this truth. Will had no desire to talk about his romantic life. However, Deke wanted to see how he was doing. It makes sense that his family has recently been worried about him. Will's erratic connection with Electra has caused him to spiral out of control. However, Deke revealed the specifics of his private discussions with Dylan. Now that he is aware that two ladies are attracted to him, what will he do? When Electra found out that Dylan and she had spent the night together, she slapped him back in the Forrester Creations design room. Although she has a history of slapping women who pursued her man, she claimed that Will was aggressive. When Luna was expecting Will's child, Electra did the same to her. Electra hurried to Will's beach house after the slapdown and demanded explanations. However, she is unaware that she is no longer entitled to his personal life.